amendments he cares to.
I thank the chairman. I have three, and I'll try to be quick. The battery on my deck clock's getting low. The first one is an amendment to the Department of Interior, Environmental, and Related Agencies. Amendment 169 increases and decreases funding to encourage the EPA to reduce the significant backlog of registrations in the antimicrobial division of the EPA Office of Pesticide Programs, and to be more transparent with stakeholders seeking conditional registrations. There's a tool they can use at the EPA called conditional registrations, where they give you a little bit of leeway while you collect some more data, but if it's in the interest of the public health, they can approve this stuff faster. And this is really important in the antimicrobial division, especially if we have another thing like COVID that comes out. There are a lot of innovative people in this country, and they're coming up with ideas to stop the spread of viruses and things, and so I just want them to be more transparent and get this job done quicker. So that's my first amendment. My second amendment, 166, it's to prohibit any funds to be used to conduct competition analysis of mergers at the Transportation Department. Now, the reason I recognize this amendment was necessary is I serve on the Transportation Committee, and I'm the chairman of the Antitrust Subcommittee on Judiciary. So the Antitrust Subcommittee has jurisdiction over FTC and the DOJ, both of which analyze mergers to make sure that the customer's interest, consumer benefit is enhanced by the merger and not decreased. Okay, and the administration says they want a whole-of-government approach to these analysis of the mergers. The problem we have right now is, even though the job's for decades been at DOJ and FTC, and they're approving mergers, now the DOT is saying, well, we might want to take a look at these mergers and decide do an economic analysis. And so instead of having like a whole of government thing where we cooperate and don't have redundancy, we've got two departments trying to do the same thing, which is to analyze mergers. My third amendment, I saved the best for last. I know you'll all be excited about this. We call it the kill switch amendment. Section 24220 of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act requires all newly manufactured vehicles to be equipped with technology to monitor your performance while driving and to prevent vehicle operation if the car so determines that you are not doing a very good job of driving. And I'm a little bit worried about this. My own car has some technology in it that tells me I need to get some coffee or something every now and then. And I mean, I think it's a nice feature to have, but allowing the car to disable itself, I think, is troublesome. And this, we don't have a lot of time. This is supposed to be implemented by 2026. And I don't know about you all, but I would like to know when I put my family in the car and I'm taking a trip somewhere, that the car is not going to disqualify me. I mean, I'll trust a court, or and then states, 31 states already have like a breathalyzer technology that's already incorporated into their laws. Like if you are a known offender, a DUI offender, they can force these to be installed in your car to make sure that you're qualified to drive, at least from a blood alcohol content qualified to drive. Not everybody is, but we don't need this federally. We don't need it automated. I think there's privacy concerns. In order for this technology to work, you actually need to know where the car is to know if the driver's doing a good job on that particular road. And so this kill switch amendment would just defund implementation of section 24220 so that you can know your car's not going to shut you down in the middle of the road. And I thank you, urge consideration of these amendments by our committee, and I yield back.
Thank you very much. Chair has no question, appreciates all the witnesses being here. Next, go to my friend, Mr. Dr. Burgess.
Likewise, thank our witnesses. Anyone ask any questions?
Gentleman from Massachusetts recognized.
I want to thank all our witnesses. I hope all your amendments are made in order. And Ms. Wasserman-Schultz, thank you for your testimony, and I hope we get an opportunity to vote on your two amendments. They'll be offered in the Rules Committee. Yeah, I agree. I think this was, we had a moment to actually be unified and speak with one voice, and it looks like they're blowing it, but we might be able to correct it if your amendments are made in order. So I thank you all for being here. Ms. Waters, thank you for your testimony. Mr. Nadler, Mr. Tiffany, thank you as well, and Mr. Massey, thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you very much. Gentleman from Pennsylvania is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to thank all the witnesses for coming in and yield back.
Gentleman from Colorado is recognized. Young lady from New Mexico.
Thank you so much for coming in, and I also want to echo the sentiments that were expressed by the ranking member. Thank you so much, Representative Rossman Schultz, for coming up and being as passionate and I think accurate in your description of where we are with the Israeli aid and the need to allow our members to vote up and down on a clean resolution in a way that we kept hearing earlier that this is what Israel wants. Israel never asked for a conditioned bill, which this one is. And thank you, and don't ever apologize for shedding a few tears over what you love, and you clearly love Israel and the future that and promise it holds for you and the Jewish people of the world, and thank you so very much for that. And Mr. Massey, I would only state that I would love to have longer conversations with you with regards to your amendment and this technology, because we have in New Mexico a lot of issues around drunk driving and the need to find a way that is easier to make sure that those who are convicted of drunk driving don't get around not placing the devices in their cars and so forth. So for that, I would oppose your amendment, but I think where you're going, I think you would agree that it is important for those who are convicted to make sure they are not on the road and they are not driving. And so I'm sure that's something you would agree with. And this was...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And with that, I yield back.
Thank you very much. Gentleman from Kentucky is recognized for any questions you may have.
I'll just be brief. I never thought I would miss Rules Committee, but after 22 days of not having a speaker, I'm excited to be back and hearing from witnesses who are genuinely trying to improve the bills, and appreciate all your testimony and effort to make the bills better on the floor. And I yield back.
Thank the gentleman.